All right, let's get started. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. It's October the 22nd. Welcome to our morning show. It's called Set the Market. If you're new for the first time, a special welcome again. This is our morning show. We try to do sort of 10 to sort of 15 minutes of more or less what's in the top of our mind, actionable news, or actionable ideas actually. So let's get started, and if you haven't done so yet, please, as always, subscribe and hit the button, because what it allows you to do is get updates on when we do these things in real time. Before we get started, I want to go through this chart first. Then we are going to look at silver. We want to look at gold and gold miners again, and I want to look at a couple of things in the energy space as well. But again, before we get started, I do want to make sure that everyone has had a chance to watch the interview on inflation, owning inflation with Nancy Davis. It's on our YouTube channel. I'm going to quickly show it to you here. Let me quickly bring it over. It's this one here. So please make sure you watch that one. The link for that is here. I'm going to quickly copy it, and I'm going to drop it in the chat box. It's all about why we want to own inflation as opposed to being short inflation. So please make sure you go ahead and watch that when you get a chance. All right, so let's move into our top things. Again, first of all, like I said, I want to have a look at yield this morning. Now, 10-year Treasury yields, I think this morning they're more or less around those levels. 4.2, I believe, is what I saw just a few minutes ago. Yeah, let's call it 4.18 right now. But I think more importantly is what's been happening in terms of bond yields since the Fed cut rates. Remember, the Fed cut rates and the bond market went straight higher in terms of yields. So like TLT, for example, if you own that, straight down. Why? Because the bond market is not really buying the Fed's sort of, lowering interest rate on the long end, particularly on the long end. So inflation is having a resurgence, I think, and we're early on this in terms of mentioning this, but our whole higher for longer inflation theme is really just starting to play out, and we would encourage everyone to be aware of that. Again, that's one of the reasons why you want to watch. In fact, that is the reason why you want to watch that video there, that interview that I did with Nancy Davis. Again, it's on our YouTube channel, which of course is what you're watching right now. So make sure you subscribe to it so you get these updates in real time as well. Now, of course, the question is, why would you care? Serge, I only own stocks. Why do I care about the bond market? You will care about the bond market because at some point, if this continues, and that's an if, right? If this continues, at some point, the equity market's not going to like it, at least for a while. I've been saying this for a long time, but you have to watch the bond market. The other thing about the bond market that I want to quickly bring to your attention is what's been happening in the MOVE index. We've been highlighting the MOVE index for an extended period of time, and let me quickly make it a line chart. And you can see that it continues to go higher. The MOVE index is the volatility in the bond market. Again, why should you care if you trade, whatever breakouts on some whatever stock? You'll care because the bond market a lot of times has an ability to foretell what's going to come. And if you levered long 9 different options trades in your swing trading account, and you're going to get neutered at some point if the bond market has been warning you all along, and you're just kind of gambling along the way. And I say this respectfully, of course. I'm just trying to make sure people don't take silly risks. So that's why that is important. Now, number 2, and if you guys have questions on this, please obviously let me know what we can clarify more. Miss Actor is giving us a hi from London. It's good to have you here. The second thing we want to talk about is gold and gold miners. We actually this morning in our inner circle, for our inner circle members, we are actually removing gold from our bucket 3 holdings. If you're an inner circle member, you're going to receive that email this morning. I'll give you the reasoning for that as well in a bit more detail. And of course, we have our inner circle member session starting in about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and we're going to go into this in more detail. But here's the long and short of it. We like gold. I think gold can go plenty higher, but we've owned it pretty much all year, in our inner circle bucket 3. In fact, even before then. But I want to take some chips off the table because I think gold miners, which we own as well, could have sort of a bit of a leading rally here. Now, this stuff is volatile, gold miners are, but I'm also a little bit concerned around the election. And again, if you're joining us for our Inner Circle member session in 15 minutes, I'm going to give you guys our updated plan around the election because we do have an update. We have to have an updated plan now that we've had a straight up rally into the election. But I'm also a little bit concerned about all the things that are happening in early November. We got an election, we got Fed, we're going to continue to have earnings, and we are going to, and we geopolitically things aren't exactly looking better than it did before either. So there's a massive amount of risk or uncertainty that's all concentrating around that early November period. And I do think that we are going to see, and I've been saying this all along here too, I do think we are going to see a pullback in equities in the stock market for, again, most people just do stocks, right? So if you're a retail investor, I do think we're going to see a pullback in stocks, but in the fact that we haven't had it yet is actually very concerning, but it gives us the odds even higher, right? Some people are saying, well, listen, we could have a blow-off rally after the election. That is entirely possible. I have a game plan for that too. Again, for Inner Circle members, I will reveal that in about 10 minutes or so. Again, any questions, guys, please let us know, but that's what I want to go through. And then really the last point that I want to quickly make here this morning is something maybe a bit more actionable outside of the stuff we've already talked about, and that has to do with energy. We continue to like ExxonMobil for a lot of reasons, right? ExxonMobil is a situation which has secular tailwinds and it has cyclical tailwinds. So if you're curious what these charts look like, if what you like to do is look at charts, then I think this should probably be pretty telling, and so this would be something we like. Now, for those of you guys that are Inner Circle members and you use the Market Rover, which I know you do, and by the way, our Market Rover continues to has an upside profit target in gold miners. You can see we got a buy signal, a trading buy signal. It's been a bullish trend for a long time. So you can see like the gold miners have been a bullish trend since April, which they were trading around 34. And now they're trading around 28% higher. And the latest buy signal we just had has a price target, and again, we'll go into this in more detail in the Inner Circle session. Has a price target at 44.50 and 45.30 or so. Those are right up here. If you use the Market Rover, and if you don't use the Market Rover, make sure you. We're actually opening up this Inner Circle session to anyone that would like to join in 10 minutes. If you want to do that, you can quickly email Joel. And his email address is actually, let me give you that. Or actually, I'm trying not to make all this stuff too. joelw@thesteadytrader.com. joelw@thesteadytrader.com if you want to join that. We'll open it up to people who would like to this morning to join as well. Let's see here. Keith is asking, thank you for the update on GDX. I took 115% profit on it yesterday. Keith, that is awesome. Well done. Good job. Keith is also asking, do you have an update on FCX? An update. So FCX to me is just a long-term, I like it, just like ExxonMobil. It's a long-term sort of idea from an investing perspective, right? So I don't think this requires an update all the time. I have more like a 5-year horizon on this. So that's my horizon on this. I have no interest in a trade here necessarily. I just want to own this stock and be long because I think copper is going to go up and this stock will be. So that is not a trade to be like hyperactively. It's like gold, right? We made the decision to buy gold, a lot of it, a year or 13 months ago. And now we're going to take a little bit off the table because it's run a lot, So it's kind of a similar idea with FCX. So yeah, that's that. If you are looking to join this Inner Circle session, again, you can just email Joel W, JOELW @thesteadytrader.com in the next 10 minutes, and he will give you access to the Inner Circle session. Let me see here. What else can we go through? No, I think that's it. That was it. That's our a little bit more than 10 minutes today, under 15 minutes. Inner Circle members, will see you guys in 10 minutes. Again, hopefully this was educational and you get some ideas on things. GDX upside target, yeah. So our market rover has an upside target here from a trading perspective in GDX. You can see target 1 is 44.50 and target 2 45.30 are the next ones. Thanks so much, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up, like, because that way, you get the updates in real time. You don't have to worry about getting emails and stuff like that. And also, it helps us being able to continue to do this show. See you guys tomorrow.